Okay.
Key, I was looking through our website on withexit.com and have been talking to a lot of agents, and we've been telling them that they need to create an internet presence, but they want to know where to start, and we always are telling them that they need to get a bio, and that bio has to be contain some important parts. Could you help me elaborate and give them a little bit of a synopsis on how to write a better bio to put on our website and other websites?
No problem. Well, what people need to understand, and our agents need to understand, is that our presence on the internet or a bio is a story. We have to tell our story to others. But people want to know us professionally before they know us personally. They want to know what we do, how we do what we do, what experience we have, and then they want to know what we like. I like to play golf. I like to hang out with my kids. So I've seen a pattern on what I call successful bios. And usually successful bio has like 5 parts. Those are like the fundamental parts. And you can write them your own way. You don't have to be rigid and write them the way everybody else writes them. No, but just write them thoughtfully, keeping these 5 ideas in mind. So I'm going to go over them.
Okay, that'd be great.
I've seen that the first part that you want to tackle is your market. Don't just tell me you're in real estate. Tell me where you work. Tell me what you do. So let's say you're a land expert. You specialize in land. Don't let me find that out by rummaging your website. Take me right there. But also tell me where you work. And I gotta tell you, I see a lot of agents suffering because they make stuff up. What they do, they say, I have a license in Tennessee. But you don't sell real estate in Tennessee. You probably sell real estate in Franklin, Tennessee, or Brentwood, or a couple of towns. So here's what I've seen. I've seen agents who are successful say, hi, my name is Mike Grumbles, and I specialize in residential sales in Franklin, Brentwood, which are near Nashville, about 30 miles away from Nashville. So they're telling people a feel of where they work. And what makes agents anxious, they're afraid that if they don't cast that big net, they're going to lose out because Google is not going to give them everything. Well, Google is not.
Right.
See, Google is not going to give you everything. It's going to give you what you're focused on. So the first paragraph, usually 4 lines, 5 lines, should be market driven. I suggest also that agents who are smart, who want to leverage listing, mention neighborhoods, their primary neighborhoods. Like 5 or 6 of them, where you are really known, where you are really farming.
Okay, I got it. I like that. I like the point of being specific about what it is that you sell and where you sell it.
Yeah.
So that's easy. That's the first paragraph.
Well, it's what you do and where you do it. No, but they'll tell you what you do, what they do. They forget to tell you where they do it. They just want some divine intervention to tell them, well, you'll find it there. No, tell me what you do. Tell me where you do it.
Sounds good.
So that's the first paragraph, and you should write it humanly. Just tell me what you do and where you do it. Then the second paragraph is about your experience. How many years have you been in real estate? I gotta tell you, experience matters, period. Now, you may be a new agent. Well, you may want to share what's called related sales experience. But for the most part, most people have been in the business a few years. You want to share your experience. And if you've been in the business for a while, you should have had some kind of designation.
Right.
Like, do you have some yourself?
No, I haven't. I'm lacking in the designations department.
Okay. Well, a lot of agents take courses to get designation to specialize in buyers, specializing in foreclosures, HUD homes. Those designations you should mention in that paragraph.
Okay.
How much experience you have. You should also mention any awards that you may have won. From your office, from your region, from nationally, from your board. People want to know, how long have you been in business? What do you know? And tell me more about what you're doing. So that people want to know that in terms of experience. And you can share related experiences.
Yeah. And that part should be, I think, pretty easy for the agents. They already have a good grasp of talking about themselves as far as their past prowess, how good they are at selling real estate.
Correct.
That's usually a lot of what you see first and predominantly on the older school websites is yes, I'm the best in the West, and so on. So
Well, people want to back it up a bit. Tell us
Exactly.
how well you did. And I think people want to know experience.
okay,
Third paragraph is what I call testimonials, what others have said about you. And what I like in that third paragraph, I like to just for you to pick 3 short ones, meaning don't look for short testimonials. You can just clip, a sentence or 2 from testimonials you've gotten. Pick 3 of them and just put exactly what they said, the way they said it, and just put the first name and city of where that person is
okay,
or were. And then it would be smart also to have a link for additional testimonials that you can put in your website.
yeah, that's very easy.
I gotta tell you, if you can start getting video testimonials, people love those. If I was an agent, I would take my video camera with me at every closing, and I just request it.
Yeah.
Just request it. Can you do a testimonial for me?
Yeah, it's really easy. I've actually done a couple of those already myself, and just make sure you introduce that to the client up front. My personal experience is I just introduced the camera to them at one of my earlier meetings when we were talking about the walkthrough, for example, and said, this is just something that I like to use and get familiar with it, and then at closing it's a great time to get a really nice testimonial.
People
Good.
want to know what others think of you.
Okay.
And by the way, here's what I found. If you lie, you will be found out. You can't hide. This is the age of the internet. You can't hide anymore. Be honest, be thoughtful. If you're a new agent, you may want to ask for your broker testimonials about your agency.
Okay.
And say, I work for my agency and this is what people have said about us.
Okay.
Now, after the testimonial, you go to your human paragraph.
All right.
Your human paragraph is what you like, what kind of person you are. People like to say where they were born, where they were raised, how long they've lived in town. The kind of stuff that tells you something about them that's personable. So just share something that matters to you. Don't go too far, but just stick with like a good paragraph, sharing your human paragraph. It would be good if you could also add a paragraph about your agency, your brokerage,
Okay.
who you work for. And usually you should go to your broker and say, I want to add a short description about the agency. Do you have something? And she says, yeah. It tells you how long we've been in business, how many agents we have, how well we're doing,
Okay.
I would add that. And that really constitutes your bio. That's it. That's your whole bio.
Okay.
But then, once you have this big bio that you've written, then take it and kind of condense it into one mini paragraph. I call it a mini bio. Actually, I call it a blog signature.
Okay.
It's the kind of thing that is short enough that tells me what you do and where you do it, that gives me a link to your website, and gives me your phone number. Don't include your email, by the way. You're gonna get spammed. Just don't. Just give me your email, your phone number, not your email. Your phone number will tell me if I want to talk to you now, I can call you,
Yeah.
or I can go to your website.
Right.
It's one or the other. So do that, and that would be a good bio.
Okay.
Now, some of you struggle because you don't think you're a writer. You know what you should do? Take your mobile device of any form. They have some kind of recording device where you can speak it. Why don't you just speak it, and then after, play it and type it? You'll have plenty of time to have typos and then fix them.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I think that's the
Great
easiest
advice.
way to do it,
Yeah.
because a lot of agents are afraid of a blank sheet of paper.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now we've got, I appreciate you taking the time.
Mm-hmm.
We've got now a video where we can actually refer people back to, and if they're struggling with that bio, we're going to send them back to this video, and they'll have a great opportunity to take time and take all these tips and put them into play. So get those videos, bios posted on our website with exit.com. Thanks very much, Keith.
Thank you.
Have a good day.